Okay, let's talk about a huge invisible threat. I'm not talking about some new virus you've seen on the news. This is something much, much closer to home. It's the very real risk that the medicines we depend on, for everything from a simple sore throat to major surgery, could just stop working.
And no, that isn't the opening line of some sci-fi movie. It's the future we're actually staring down the barrel of, all because of something called antimicrobial resistance, or AMR. We're going to explore what it really means to live in a world where the cures we've taken for granted for decades are losing their power. So, what is antimicrobial resistance? What are we actually talking about here? Let's break it down.
Think of it like evolution on hyperspeed, except this time it's not working in our favor. The germs, the bacteria, viruses, and fungi, they're adapting. They're getting smarter, building up defenses against our best drugs. And that means the very medicines we use to fight infections become less and less effective over time.
This really puts it in perspective, doesn't it? It shows the two paths in front of us. On one side, you have the world we've come to know, where infections get treated and medical procedures are relatively safe. But on the other side, that's a world with rampant AMR. A simple infection doesn't just clear up, it sticks around, forcing doctors to use longer, way more expensive, and sometimes much more toxic treatments.
And look, this is not some theoretical problem for scientists to worry about in a lab. AMR has massive real-world consequences that are already shaking the very foundations of modern medicine.
Seriously, just think about it for a second. So much of what we consider modern medicine relies on our ability to control infections. Without effective antibiotics, routine surgeries suddenly become high-stakes gambles. Cancer treatments that weaken the immune system? Incredibly dangerous. Even something as common as giving birth or treating a UTI could become a life-threatening event. And this isn't some far-off threat we have to worry about in the future. The human cost is real, and it's happening right now. 1.27 million. That's the number of people dying every single year, directly because of drug-resistant infections. And you know what? That number is only going up. So how in the world did we get here? I mean, this crisis didn't just pop up overnight. It's the result of our own actions, often with the best intentions, by the way, that have been building up for decades. It's really just a chain of simple actions with incredibly dangerous consequences. You see, every time someone uses an antibiotic for a virus, like the common cold, the bacteria in their body get a free training session on how to fight back. And every time we stop taking our medicine just because we feel a little better, we're basically killing off all the weak germs and leaving the super strong ones to survive and multiply. It's happening everywhere, in our hospitals, on our farms, and even in our own homes.
Okay, I know this all sounds pretty scary, but here's the good news. We are not powerless. The fight against AMR is a battle we can all join, from our own bathrooms to the highest levels of government. So here's the plan. It all starts with us. You and me. These steps are so simple, but they are incredibly powerful. Just preventing infections in the first place through things like good hand washing and vaccinations means we need fewer antibiotics to begin with. And when we do need them, using them responsibly and only for bacterial infections is one of the most important things we can possibly do.
And the fight doesn't stop with us. It extends to our food system. For decades, antibiotics have been used all the time in livestock, not just to treat sick animals, but to help them grow faster. Shifting that focus to better hygiene and using vaccines for animals can dramatically cut down our reliance on these critical medicines.
And finally, we need the big players to step up. We need governments and global health organizations to invest in research for new antibiotics because honestly, our pipeline for new drugs is running dry. They need to enforce stronger infection controls in hospitals and fund the kind of public awareness campaigns that help all of us understand the role we play. So what's the bottom line here? The fight against AMR isn't someone else's problem to solve. It's not something we can just ignore. It is, without a doubt, our collective responsibility. Whether it's just washing your hands a little more often, making sure you finish your full course of antibiotics, or supporting policies that protect these precious medicines, every single one of those actions makes a difference. We all have a part to play in making sure our cures keep working for our kids and their kids. So, I guess I'll just leave you with this question to think about. The choice is really ours, and the actions we take today are going to decide the answer. The future of medicine is quite literally in our hands.